جبويجي هر سرهلدانك اشتيقاز زيفري بو ميدانك شر.
And therefore any civilian or peaceful uprising turned down to a brutal war.
هر وها كومن اسلامي اكو دهندري سوري دا بهجمارك زيدا بلاف بون.
The Islamist groups in Syria gathering together.
وأف شر بو شركي نافقوي.
And this war became internal or civil war.
ده أنجام ويدا قلك إنسان جيانا خوش دستان.
As a result, as you know, many people have lost their lives.
ده باكور رجالات سوري دا ما جدسبيكا van VP vajuye da.
In northern eastern Syria, from start we started.
ما سيستما كانو أفكر بشيوازي ريفبريا خسر.
And in form of that project, the model project, the self-administration, the democratic self-administration.
ما خواست دجيه ويدا هم زاغون بگهرنن هم جي ما فينكو بصالابون ام جي محروم بون ام بكربن بان ما فابدس بخينه.
By establishing this self-administration, we try to establish and make it create a circumstances to change the Syrian constitution and democratizing the society in Syria.
جبوه ما هرمي خوب هراستن.
Therefore, we defended our area.
ما ريفبريا خسر أفكر.
We elected self-administration.
دنابا في ريفبريا دا كرد عرب سوريان تركمان أرمان هركس بشتاره.
In this model, as multi-ethnic, multi-religious, we get Kurds, Arab, Yazidi, Christian, Muslims, all multi-ethnic region together governing this region.
هروها أزادية جنات ده هي ما في جن ومير وكهذا.
And the main pillar of this is the freedom of women and the leading of the woman's role in the society.
سيستما كوهاتيا أفكرن بريبرتيا جن ومير هفسروكاتيا جن ومير هاتيا مشاندن.
And therefore we emphasized on the co-chair system. Every community in our administration became of one male and one female, the co-chair system. So every committee in our administration has one man and one woman sharing the power and the responsibility.
الدنيا إذا أبنمونا كنوية.
This is a new model in the world.
هنا هفسروك يا دجن بهفرانة يا دمير بهفرانة.
There are some co-chairs somewhere else in the world, but both of them female or male. But in our case is gender equality, 50-50, one man, one woman.
جبركو جيان لسر دو جنسان هاتيا أفاكرن جنو ميرج بويجي ريفبريا جيان جي جرك جنو مير بريفبرن.
And therefore the nature of the governance or administration is the natural of the human development, and therefore the half of administration should be the woman and the another half is the man.
هروها بشتاربونا جن جحمو قادن جيانه ونافندن بريارا بچيدن.
And the woman is leading administration and social activity in all activities in the region.
ده چپرن برخدانه ده جنا بشیوازه کی خسر جارک دن لبرانبر هوفیتی و ترور داعش بشیوازه هری خورت لبرخدا.
Most importantly, the woman took militarily and defeated the brutal ISIS, reactionary brutal ISIS, led by women fighting against them.
لشنگال ارتشک لشکری هبوش بو پاراستنه لی مخابن جبرکو نپاراست جن لوی داره ند جب چپر برخدان دابون بدهان بصدان جن کتن دست داعشه.
Unfortunately, the forces who supposed to protect Yazidi in Sinjar, they did not. They were not able to protect it, but the women who took the weapon and defended, and therefore many of Yazidi women have been captured and taken as sex slaves.
لباكور رجالات السوري جبركو جن دنابا جبهين باراستني دابون حتى بداوي نهشتكو يك جن بكبه دست داعش.
And this is important. Therefore, in northern eastern, mine one? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. And therefore, it's very important, and we learn from that lesson in northern eastern Syria. because we had women fighting on the front line, so ISIS was not able to capture one woman.
سیستمک ما آفاکر سیستمک نوبو.
This a new project, a new system we are trying to establish.
دخوازن کو سیستم ببه نمونه جبو سوری تبی.
This model, this project, this model of self-administration in northern eastern Syria, we want it to be implemented in all of Syria.
ما قالك خاص بحمو قالي سوري رافي نمونه نقاش بكن.
We would like and we would love to share this experience with another part of another region with Syria.
وقال داخازك مظن هيكو نمونه الهر داري سوري هذا.
As a publicly, the Syrian people are willingly to participate in this kind of self-administration.
لوك الرجيم قبول ناكر.
But however, the regime is not accepting this model.
رجيم دخازه في سيستم تيك ببا.
The regime wanted to defeat this project
جبوكو دسلاتا خو اعلام بكله.
because they wanted to have a dominant dictatorship, centralized power.
هر وها داعش گاواکو ایریشا خود دست داسر کوبانه اساس دخواست و سیستم آزادی خواست ایکو وکوی عدالت تدهی ویا تیک بده.
Another point, it was the same aim of ISIS when they attacked Kobane, to eliminate this progressive democratic system.
و پیشگیریا دولت ترکی تیبت جبوکو کوبان بکوی دست داعش تیبت خبتی.
And the third point was the contribution of Turkey to support ISIS. So Turkey and the regime and Turkey and the regime and ISIS have same aim to eliminate this progressive democratic project.
جبوی وقتا کو شروانان ده کوبان دالبر خودان تاخک ما بو هیچی تی دالبر خود دان اردوغان در کت میدیای و گوت و کوبانه و دکوه و کت دست داعش.
And therefore the Turkish president was excited, so he was declaring soon will Kobane fall and fall, because he was supporting ISIS together and he wanted Kobane to fall.
عفرینجی باجارکی شواز هری خوشک هات بو رخستن کرد.
And Afrin was that very successful model of this self-administration before the occupation.
لب ایریشن دولت ترکی آکل سر عفرینی کرد آزادیا جن تیک برلور.
The Turkish attack or the Turkish occupation of Afrin ruined it and destroyed the democratic led by the Kurdish women.
جیانا اکولوژیک آکل و داره هاتبو آواکرن تیک بر.
The nature and the ecology infrastructure have been ruined.
دیروکا کوب 100,000 سالال و داره هبو تیک بر.
Historical places and natural places have been destroyed.
چاندا دموکراتیک آکل و داره هبو او چاندا تیک بر دشون و دا چاندا که اسلامی تروریست و داره آواکرن.
And destroyed the democratic, the peaceful, the coexistence idea, destroyed that idea and replaced it with fundamentalist, jihadist, extremist mentality now in Afrin.
دو وقتی که جوان عفرین ناف جبهین شردال برانبر داعش لرقای شرد کرن.
Meanwhile, the youth of Afrin was fighting against ISIS and Raqqa.
لديرا زوري شرد کرن.
In Deir Zor.
لعفرين دولة تركي إيرشي قالدكر إيرشي عفرين تواهيد.
At the same time, the Turkish military was attacking Afrin because their youth was fighting against ISIS in Raqqa and Deir Zor.
لبرانبر وان إيرشين دولة تركي مخابن دنيا تف بدنما.
Unfortunately, we have not heard any word, and the international community was silent about this massacre and occupation.
ما هيفي ذكركو تشاوا خديل كوبان دركتن بويشي وازي خديل كوبان العفرينجي دركتن.
We wished and hoped the international community will support us and against the attack of Afrin, but it did not happen.
لچما لكوبان پشتگیری کرن و العفرين پشتگیری نکرن جبونا ما براستيجي جهه مخابيني.
Unfortunately, we evaluated, we assessed the situation, why they supported Kobane resistant, and they failed or keep it silent in Afrin.
دولة تركي اندامك ناتوه.
Because that Turkey is a member of NATO.
ما پر خاص به راستیه به هر کسی بدن فهم کرن کو ایرو انداما ناتو سلاح کو جناتو دگری پیمت کجه.
We try to explain to everyone that Turkey is a member of NATO and getting the NATO weapons coming to Turkey, and by this weapon killing us.
دولتين اندامن د ناتو دا ایرو وا هزا سوریا دموکراتیک یکینه پاراستنا گل یپگه یپجه او لکاریا وان پاراستی.
The YPG and YPJ and the Syrian Democratic Forces have been protecting and co-working with the coalition, and therefore the YPG and YPJ have been protecting NATO's allies.
للبرانبر و دولتك انداما ناتو يرشي سر مالبتين يبهجه يبهجتك.
In contrary, one of NATO's member is attacking and killing the Afrin people.
أفجبوما ناكوكية كمزنة.
This is contradictions. This is a very, very big contradiction. A huge contradiction has to be analyzed.
وأم دخازم في نامه بجهين الدنيا يتفي.
And we would like to extend this message to the world.
بتيبت دولتين كوزاغون خال جور ديمقراطية دانينا دبيكي دروجلاتا نافين دا بيشكريا ديمقراطية.
Particularly the country who is stating in their constitution and their policy they are promoting democracy and human rights, they should commit it to their own constitution and support the democracy.
إيرو فرق عفرين وإدلب نمايا أوجي تماما بويا دولتك جهك إسلامي.
There are no differences between Afrin and Idlib, and both places have been jihadist Islamist occupation.
يزيدي جواري وان هاتنا درخستن.
The Yazidi people in Afrin have been displaced and forced.
كنيسة كلوي دريبو هاتية درخستن.
The church has been ruined and displaced in Afrin.
لسر جنان دستاويتن هنن.
They are raped in Afrin.
هر وها لديروكاوي تفاهي بحملة قركرنة را درباستن.
Currently, Afrin is facing the genocide. The genocide is committing on in Afrin.
أم دبيجن أفراستي دبيوري جوهرتن.
This is reality, and this has to be understood.
حقيقة شيء أو يا أشكره بده.
The reality has to become true.
دولة تركيا براستيجي ترور دمشي.
The Turkish state is terrorizing the region.
أم وك جالي كرد وك جالي سوري هر ما خواستي أم خبب هارزن.
As a Kurd, as a Syrian, that always we have been peaceful and just we wanted to protect ourselves.
تجار إيرشي ما لسر دولة تركيا تشينا بويا برواجي هر دولة تركيا إيرشي ما كده.
We have never ever attacked Turkey or any provocation against the Turkish military or Turkish state.
ده وقت كو بريارة أمريكا يدار كات جبو فاكشيني دولة تركيا دنجي خود دهاب بلند كر تهديد خود زيدا كر.
When the American announced the withdrawal, Turkey increased its threat to the region and make it more complicated advanced in that area.
نهاجي بحثا هرم أولاد كيد بيجي عفرين هرمك أولابو أم تخازن رجالاتي فراتيجي وكي عفرين لك.
They propose, the Turkish government is proposing a free zone in that area with a free zone similar to what they did in Afrin.
ودهوني جيد قوتن أو داعشيين كو أنا هاد زندانا دان الجمنة دبيجن كا تسليمي ما بكن أم دكارن هلدن garantie.
And yesterday or currently they saying if you the captures, the ISIS captures which was captured in northern eastern Syria, Turkey wanted them to be turned out to them.
داعشين لجمع حطبناها ما دزندان دا قرتنا 4000 مالباتن حيصد داعشي كود زندانا دانا.
So far we have captured 800 to 900 fighters, ISIS fighters, and we have about 4,000 ISIS families, children and wives.
إيرو دولة تركيا عاجزة كل شما نكاري وانا درباسي جنبك.
And that Turkey is irritating and calling they want to have them because he will guarantee the safe passage for ISIS.
جبوكو تهديد خل سر دولة أوروبا زيادة بكي.
Because if they get ISIS, then he can put pressure on the Western government, European Union. Look, I got your guys. If you give me money, I give your guys.
جبو أم هاتنا ج فان دولة أوروبا ربيجن هم أمريكا هم أوروبا أم بيجنكو تدج مناهية كمال برانبر دولة تركيا تناي أم داخاز دكنكو هنبان إيريشين دولة تركيا البرانبر ما راوستين.
And therefore we are here and going around all Europe and all American and all over the world, and we try to explain ourselves, look, we have nothing against Turkish regime or against Turkish government. We just wanted that Turkey, that the Western government put pressure on Turkey to stop that threaten us and attacking us.
The شر الدجي داعش يدا ما حشت حزار شهيدا.
The fight against ISIS, we have sacrificed 8,000 martyrs.
بحزارة بريندار ما غازي ما هننا.
Thousands of martyrs and disabled peoples have been still living.
ما هم أولكاريا خو باراستي هم أولكاريا دولتين أوروبا جي ما باراستي وأمريكا.
At the same time, this sacrifice has been protecting ourselves and protecting you in the Western and all the world.
أم إنكار ناكن فيها بدستكا كواليسيوني تشيلي.
And we appreciated the coalition forces on the ground for their support and cooperation.
أم سباسيا خوجي دبيجن.
And we thank you them.
وأم دبيجنكو تيكليا كبرباش نافبر ما و هي دولتين كواليسيوني دتشيلو.
We have a good relationship and very well organized coordination on the ground, and we are proud to say that.
وجواكين وين رتشيلو.
And to all the international community, we have to try to establish the relationship.
لا أم دخازنكو أفياد نيفي ريدا نمينة.
But we are concerned that they will not be left without any alternative or resolution.
جبركو تهديد هم بداوي نبونه تهديد داعش.
Because we have to carry on with this coalition, this cooperative, because the threat has not been eliminated yet, not finished.
هالروج هين تقين هلد هندري رقا كوبان.
There still is every day is a fight against ISIS.
جبوي دبي شر الدجي داعش دوام بله.
Therefore, the fight against ISIS has to be continuing.
هر وها دبي أفهرين باراستي بمنه.
And this region has to be protected.
استقرار وي دوام بكي.
And to make stability and peace.
أفوي ببي غارانتيا كو سوري ديمقراطيك ببه.
This is the key issue may contribute to the political settlement in Syria.
اگر وصا نبي إيريشك لسر هرمي تشي ببي أوي جارك دن شر بزبري نقطة صفري.
And if it did not happen, so it will be more worse. It will start another war and we'll go back to first quarter.
وي كوچبريين مظن شي ببندسا.
They will be displaced. Many people have been displaced and many people have been refuged.
وي داعش خفورت بكي.
And Daesh will come back. ISIS will come back.
داعشين نوجي ويدك.
Maybe there will be new ISIS as well be created.
جبوي تشدبه بلا ببا دبي آلیکاری هبه دستک هبه کو اف هرم پاراستی بمینه.
And therefore it's very important whatsoever happened, this region has to be protected.
داکو ام زخته بکن کو رژیم جی مینا بره دیکتاتوریت خوانه گرن.
And this is most point as well, when this area or this liberated area have been protected and peaceful and stable, then the regime cannot easily attack.
ایرو د حکومت بریتانیا او ناجی آلیکی داوک یعنی ام ناخازن لدروی ولات خوب بمینن یان عسکری مهبن یان مداخله مهبه هناك هلوستك وان وصاحي.
Regarding UK's policy, they have considered that they don't want to interfere in foreign countries and they don't want their forces to be abroad.
لذ به ام زانبن کو اولکاریا بریتانیای ج اولکاریا سوری ایروته.
But they have to understand the security of the UK is is related to the security of the region and particularly Syria.
داعشيين دنياي تبي إيرو لسوري كومبو.
The words gathering all this ISIS fighters in Syria.
د نافبر وان حيصد داعشية دا تشيلو حفت ناس نامي دولتها هن.
Among those fighters are about 46 nations.
ما حتى أصلا كي باقش كر.
We tried our best to defeat them.
لچاندا هي دبي أم لبرانبر ويتكوشيني دوام.
But the ISIS culture, the ISIS ideology is still there and we have to carry on.
لهناك دولتان إيديولوجيا داعش تبهر.
And some countries still the ideology of ISIS have been educated.
لسوري جي روشكي وهاد شي بود هندري 4 سالا دا.
In Syria, it happened the same case as well. There are some traditional culture of ISIS being.
جبوي كاري كل سوري وري كرن قلك.
Therefore, the fight, the resistance, the democratizations of the region is a long way and should carry on.
ودولة تركيا طرفك أساسي بوكو أف فكرة داعشيان أف داعشي أف قصابة لاف ببن خورت ببن.
And Turkey particularly contributed to spread of Daesh and facilitated them to go to that area.
قالك فيديو إيكو بلافون إيكو تيكيليات تركي بميتة تركي بداعش را أشكرا كرن.
The intelligence services, the Turkish intelligence services contributed and helped these all fighters, brutal fighters from Europe to facilitate them to go to in Syria.
سينور دولة تركي جبو درباسبونا جروبين داعش دهات بكاراني.
The Turkish border was facilitated and open to this jihadists.
جبوي جي هرمين بين كنترولا مدى جبركو إمكان تنبوكو أو جروب رحت ترى درب هرن ورن قالك تركي البرامبر ما عاجز بو وهر خاصكو إيريشي مبكي.
One of the reasons as well Turkey is against us because we tried to prevent this jihadists, global jihadists, international jihadists to come into Syria because we prevented them in the border with Turkey. We tried to capture them and get them back.
فياجي حمو بنافي أوي دكي دبيجي لهندري باكور رجالات سوريا دا جروب تروري هنا از غيرك هرم شر تروري.
This is the pretext and excuses of the Turkish government in pretext of the terrorism. There are some terrorism in northern eastern Syria and therefore we are attacking them.
تروریستی کو ترکی بحث که کینه هیزا سوریا دموکراتیک ایکو شر داعش.
The Turkish calling the Syrian Democratic Forces who is fighting ISIS call them that as a terrorist.
لگور دولت ترکیه هر کردک پتانسیلی وی تروره.
According to the Turkish policy or the Turkish idea is every Kurd is a terrorist.
جبوی کردک لافریقیا بجی گرک دولت ترکی شروی کردی.
So if one Kurd is in Africa, living in Africa, so the Turkish government considering him as a Kurd as well in Africa.
د ترکیه دا 20 میلیون انسان کردجی.
In Turkey there are about 20 million people living in Turkey as a Kurd.
پارتیک به حشتی اندام خو تبلی پارلمان ترکی بون به هلبجارتنا.
A political party as HDP has been elected about 80 MPs in the Turkish parliament.
لیجبرکو انجام هلبجارتنا نل گورا اردوغان بون جارك دي نوكرن أو أندام البرلمان حمي قرتن آبتن حبس.
Because they make it success in election and which was disturbing by the Erdogan and therefore Erdogan did not recognize it and put them all together in the jail.
بدا حزارة سياسة مدار روجنموان روشنبير إيرو دزندان دانا.
Thousands of intellectuals, journalists, lawyers, judges, all of them imprisoned in Turkey today.
اف حموجي ايكو سلاح نقرتن دسته.
They are civilian people. They never carried weapons.
للجور دولة تركيا في تيروريست.
But in Turkish consideration, they are terrorists.
د زندان دا روجيا مرنه هاتيه دست بكرن هناك انسانا وجيانا خوش دست بدن لحطاب نهاجي دولة تركي بوان ميزانه كري داخاز وانا نميزانديه.
Currently, there are hunger strike in prisons, reaching 100 days, more than 100 days. But the Turkish state is not trying to, at least to negotiate, to talk to these people. 1,000 of people in hunger strike in Turkey.
جبويجي يعني برسكريكا كو تي بحث كرن برسكريكا ما في قالي كردن نا برسكريكا كتروري.
And therefore it's very important to distinguish this point. The issue is not terrorism issue, the issue is the Kurdish right, the human rights issue.
أفسي صالن تقريبا هفديتن بجلان راتشين أبونا.
Since 3 years, it hasn't been, the Kurdish leader hasn't not been seen, met by his lawyers.
Je normal ما في هر قرتية كي هاتية تجريد كرن.
According to international law, everybody has a right to a visit.
وبإصراركو أف تجريد لسر بردوام ببي حطاكو كردات تفاهي تنبكي عند تركيا.
And therefore the Turkish government insisted on this isolation up to the end.
هر واحد خازد سوري دا جوان تنبكي.
And as well as you know, they wanted to eliminate all the Kurds in Syria as well.
جبوهم دبيجن دم هاتيه كو إيدي فان سياسة دولة تركي ورن تشير كرن.
And therefore we think it's very important now we make it the public, the world public, the democratic public opinion clear about why the Turkish intention.
وبرسكريكين هندرين إيه تركيا بخوب چارة سر بكي دربي كو هر تم بيجي برسكريك لدربي سينوري من.
And therefore we urge that the internal Kurdish issue in Turkey has to be resolved in order to make a dialogue or negotiation.
شركو مد هندري سوري دا دام شاندن أساس ما تركيش بكاراستي.
The fight we did in Syria, in northern eastern Syria, in fact, we protected Turkey as well.
لسر في أساسي إيرو تخواستن كو دستكك هبه جبو پاراستنا و هرم باکور و رجالات سوری نمونا ریوبریا کلوه داری هی.
And this is the model of self-administration in northern eastern Syria. Therefore, it has to be contributed to make this model succeed.
وکشینک به پلان جه هرم چه به هزی کوالوسیونه مر روبروی ایریش نوتینه.
The withdrawal, the coalition forces from this region, it will result in catastrophic results, consequences.
چاره سریا سیاسی دبیر پیش بکوه.
The political settlement has to be negotiated and talked about.
ام دناوا چاره سریا ده هبن.
We will be part of that resolution.
و هر وها أفهر ما باراستي بمني حتى كو چاره سریا گشتیش بسوری چین.
Temporarily, this region has to be protected as it is, unless till we get the general political settlement in all Syria.
دوان روزن پیشیا مدا ام نزانن وی چه ببه هر کس نقاش تکه لسر سینور وی چه ببه ترکی وی چه بکه ام چه بکن.
Currently, as a hate debate about what will happen to the forces on the ground, the coalition, and what will happen to the border and eastern Euphrates.
لأم هیویدارن کو براستیجی فکشینه که لزگین یه هزی کوالسیونه جهرم مچینه.
However, we hope that it will not be sudden withdrawal of coalition forces, and we emphasize that hopefully it will be some kind of alternative, or if it's withdrawal, it will be planned and step by step.
پاراستنا عزمانیش بو هرم ما شرطه.
The airspace, the protection of airspace, no-fly zone is very, very important and crucial. It's a condition
جبو کو تو ایریشین هوایی سر مچینه.
To prevent any airspace attack on us.
و ایکو و پلان پیک بینی و جاردن هزی کوالسیونه.
And this protection or this model has to be preserved, and it will be the coalition forces who can do that.
و ارکوان.
And their obligation.
و صنبه جارگدن هر تشتک دزوره شر دزوره نقطه صفره و جنودا هر تشت تبلیغ دبی خراب.
If they will not be able to do that, then we will go to fair square, and everything will be ruined.
يعني كل من خاص أزوانا بيجم هاجي جبولكو أما جالج برسارة جيفاكن.
Briefly, I would just say that, and I would love to share your comments if any question comes.